right. Welcome to Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Renew. And we got our daily message today. Oh, this is a little loud. Daily message today. We're going to try something just slightly a little new, slightly a little different. But not too much. Nothing too crazy. There it is. I don't want to do nothing too insane. But I do want to make sure that we are moving in purpose in this next cycle. So, with that being said, we're gonna do an overall energy with the purpose deck. Um, then we're gonna get a final energy from the life purpose deck and sandwich those two purposes together and use the tarot in between to give yourself your own understanding. Again, if I was to say, here's 2 plus 2 equals 4 on the board, you have to write down what it means to you and then turn it in. If I was to tell you that, understand that some people are going to write the same things. Some people are going to write things down that are very similar, but still different. Some people are going to come with a full fucking paper. Some people are going to be like, it's addition. So we're going to have to understand that there's differences in how people are going to interpret, but I'm laying out the standard. So I'm going to lay out the standard. Here's your purpose. Opening energy. Here's your purpose. Closing energy. This is how we put it together. And then we're going to move forward and try to attempt that. So with that being said, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I want to give a shout out to you guys always because guess what? We're at 24 people, baby. Woo! 24. 24. Thank you. All right, so we got the 24. And let's get yapping. So we're gonna use this, shuffle it up. I got my timer on, and yeah, we're gonna enjoy ourselves, just like the people over here are enjoying themselves. So I went to this different park, and I got this older light-skinned lady with this younger light-skinned lady, and they're doing a photo shoot. I'm like, ain't no way they're just like this about to go play some fucking tennis. And nope, they're doing a photo shoot. So kudos to her doing her thing. Just like I hope you're doing your thing. And even if it isn't monetary, that's a big thing right now on me in my mind. Monetary values. You don't have to have a monetary value in order to value a purpose in your life. So for me, I absolutely don't be caring about certain things until it's time for me to care about certain things. And with that being said, I ran today. I haven't really ran because my Instacart. I'm always doing cardio, but it's cool because I didn't want to do yoga. I just didn't feel like yoga was the thing. I wanted to kind of work out, but I remember the reading from yesterday. It's like take care of your heart, and then this morning, all morning from like 4 in the morning, bro. 4:40 is when I get up. But 4 in the morning, I was listening to a lot of one meditation popped up on my phone for heart healing. Another one popped up for uh, enjoying the present moment. Another a Reiki session came in. It was clearing off heart blockages. So cool. I'm like, heart vibes, heart vibes. Let's do it. And so I went instead of doing yoga, which I could have did yoga for like an hour to get the cardio or move quicker or whatever, find a good cardio yoga. I just decided to jog. So I just jogged. I ran around a little lap or the little track that they got at the park. And then I started running through like the hills and the mountain area. And then I saw a little cat. And then I saw like three. And it was the same cat that I helped before. And people are not very smart, man. People are kind of stupid. Uh, I put cat litter out there because I don't want the cats just living in their shit. Um, and somebody dumped out the cat litter, and then put food in like the boxes where canned food goes into. And I'm like, those are fucking little shit boxes, bro. Obviously, because they put food in there, and guess what? It just spread all over the place, and it made the ants come. Stupid. It just shows that people try, but they don't understand, so they don't know how to do things at an efficient rate, which I think might be some of the case because, again, I think we're doing pretty good, especially with this energy. Um, Watching Magnetize Yourself, her reading, she made me realize that, like, teachers have teachers, and that is the kind of person I am. So if you're here, if you're listening to these readings, especially with how I rant and stuff, um, and how deep I go, understand that it's mostly readers who are on this channel listening to me, and so I like to see this as professional development. If we are in a classroom, okay, you are the leader, and I'm not. But if I am a third party vendor outside of your school whatsoever, bringing you techniques that you can use in your classroom, no matter which classroom, that is what we're talking about, and that's the kind of vibes I bring. I've always wanted to be a coach's coach because I don't like to talk to general public. I don't, because they don't understand enough, they don't try enough, they don't care enough about the things that matter to me. So because of that, that is part of my purpose, is to start to step into the idea of helping those who are helping others. Again, think of it as professional development, on the job training, doing things to help us increase and improve ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're increasing and improving our communities. But I, as an individual, can't go to each community and service every person. So if I train you up, if I give you new perspectives, if I give you new tools, new skills, new resources, and you can be like, oh, hell yeah, I like this one and I like that one. I'm going to take those with me and I'm going to go and try this shit. And then somebody else be like, no, 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 I'm going to use this one and I'm going to use this one up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do what I need to do. And guess what? I'm still offering the same information, but you're picking and choosing and you're turning it into so much more. Just like with all of my kids, I worked so hard for all of my students for the simple fact that I wanted them to understand that they are my pro generations. Again, they are my pro generations. They are going to take what I've taught them, how they interpreted our talk, and then they're going to see they're going to see all the different changes between themselves and others. And then they're going to be able to utilize that in a way that will help them create their lives. So let's get started on the reading. Our purpose is career change. So our opening message is, you're embarking on a career change that brings you the joy and abundance that you deserve and that you desire. So we got our life change or career change as our original card. So that kind of steps into what I'm saying. I don't want you to do what you don't want to do. I want to encourage you to continue believing in the actions that you are taking. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Again, doesn't matter if you want to grow up to be this, that, or whatever. I, as the school counselor, just want to help you. Doesn't matter if you're beefing with your friends. Guess what? You're not my friends. I'm your leader. So I'm going to be the mediator between you guys. And guess what? Everybody know I'm going to say the same shit. Oh, you guys are here and you guys are beefing. Get away from each other. Get away from each other. Do not be by each other right now. Let it cool off. I'm not saying forever, but what I'm saying is that if you can't hang out right now, then guess what? Can you hang out right now? Simple answer says no. So don't do it. That is it. That's all. That's the simplicity that I'm bringing when I present a formula as simple as 2 plus 2 equals 4. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Because you have to now realize your interpretation is not the same. And so if you begin to coach people, if you get a new career change, let's say you go from being a worker to a manager, skipping the supervisor role. You now have to see people from a new point of view, which means that people refer to the same thing, they refer to it in the same way, but they use different words or means to express that similarity, that singularity, that same, that comparison and contrast, that unique exchange. All of those things are the same thing. It's just a fraction, but your fraction must be equalized. And it can. All fractions can become the number one. Always. You can build them up, break them down, but at the end of the day, it's just one thing that you're building and breaking. Again, an engineer, what does that mean? Engineer is a person who builds things. So then if I have an adjective on top of that, again, now if I say electrical engineering, what do you think they're building? Things for what? Electricity. If I said mechanical engineer, what do you think they're building? Mechanics. Bioengineer, what do you think they're building? Biologies or life. Biomedical engineer, what do you think they're building? Life medical as or life machines. That's what it's for. It's for you to start to see there's always a singular standard, a singularity. The all is one. But the description of one changes from one to one. Again, I can have a 2 out of 2, that equals 1. I can have a 3 out of 3, that equals 1. Are they both 1? Yes, they're equal. They're both 1. But is this 1 being expressed the same way over here as it is over there? No, we got a 2 over 2 and a 3 over 3. So we have to see the single and we got to see the dual. But more importantly, the teacher says, I got to see the unity, the unification. I got to see the 2 over 2 equal 1 equal 3 over 3. I got to see the all blue for my One Piece fans. But that is what we're talking about here with this career change. We are going through changes, but the changes that you might be trying to make in your life might not be the changes that you think are appropriate, but they are. Again, if I want to be a McDonald's manager, why the fuck am I out here taking pictures on a photo shoot? Well, guess what? You are the underlying factor. And guess what? If you can do this over here and you can do that over there, and then you know you can do them both, that means you'll be able to handle this type of customer and that customer and then any kind of customer in between. That is what the idea of us being a teacher who trains teachers, a trainer teacher, a coach teacher, a coach of coaches, we can say. Normally, it is a square, a professor's professor, a mother's mother. Notice, when you get into this, it is the same things twice. This is the squared aspect, or what we call the hypotenuse, or the E equals MC squared. The C squared refers to this concept here. Again, not everybody's going to see it, which is why Magnetize Your Soul is great. I vibe with her on a lot of things. You know, she got her affirmation app. Definitely check that out too, because, or excuse me, affirmation? Sleep affirmations. She got a ton of stuff for the subconscious mind on her app. Go check it out. She's great. Again, but the reason why I'm bringing this is because she just helped me clearly remind myself that I've been doing what I've been telling you. As I'm changing my career, I'm speaking upon these things that I used to tell children. Now I'm hoping that the I'm hoping that the coaches, the spiritual teachers, the spiritual leaders, I hope their spiritual leaders are being spiritually led too. The mentor's mentor. I'm hoping that you guys are able to see that within yourself, no matter where you put your career life goes into. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, let's get started with more of these cards. What do we have in between this career change? Can you give us a location? Can you tell us where? So, Tower in reverse. this is a place you already knowing of. I think you've already had this tower. I think you've already understood that these things need to change. Like for me, that might be education. I've been changing the way I've done education just because of the simple fact that I'm doing it online through spiritual means and life coaching opposed to being in the system. I was talking to my professor who is a doctor. Again, I've interacted with so many doctors and like high level educated people because I put myself in those situations. And I've seen that I'm a pretty intelligent dude. Of course, I got three arrogant teachers that I can recall in my mind, and they're not arrogant in the sense of they aren't willing. They're the people who are specialists. They will never go beyond their scope. It is the one trick pony kind of vibe, and that's okay. It's just not okay for me because I'm a coach's coach. So I'm trying to teach you some new shit and teach them some new shit while also trying to teach myself some new shit. And if you're like, no, it needs to be this way or I don't care, again, most people will see that as a tower moment, but not me. I already been through the understanding of, oh, it's just a difference of opinion. It's just a difference. But because everyone doesn't see that point of view, then they gotta understand it from this point of view. I got general versus special. I got a specialist doctor like a cardiologist versus a general doctor, general kids physician. You go to one doctor for just the normal everyday checkup, but that is so abundant. It's so many normal, regular things. But then if you need something specific, I already checked out all of these things and I need some heart health specialist information, you go to the cardiologist and guess what? The problem with both of those is there's no mediator between the general and the specialist. So they're constantly just throwing out micros and macros, and nobody is able to see the in-between stages. But guess what? You don't need to have a tower moment to show you which career you need to go to, what slight change you need to deviate. Maybe you're a teacher in the classroom and now you need to be a teacher online. There's plenty of online schools. What if you don't want to work in this grade anymore? There's plenty of alternative options for you. What if you don't want to be responsible for certain things like standardized testing or fucking parents and shit? Oh, do some tutoring. What if you don't want to do things online because you don't have the equipment or you're not tech savvy? Do in-home tutoring. There are options for you. So you don't need to have something come in and say, change your life. Boom. You already know what you do. You a nurse. Cool. I'm going to be a travel nurse now. Oh, you work in the NICU? Cool. Let's go ahead and be in the PICU. Sorry, if you don't know these terms, that's okay. But what I'm saying is that no matter where you go, there's going to be some slight variation that is not quite the opposite jump. It's not quite there yet. So what you need to do is understand that you can take small steps in between. And the fact that we got the tool presence at the bottom says that you know you got options. So whatever options that you have, whatever options that you're carrying, whatever options that are being presented to you, choose the option that allow you to choose the in-between. Do not jump from being a this all the way to over here trying to be a that. It's hard. And it's too much pressure. So instead of doing that, let's do a little jump. And a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. And eventually you'll get to that point to where you say, damn, I didn't even want that. I just wanted something new, so new that I went to the opposite of what I tend to normally get to or go towards. That is the same thing applied. I know this is for career, but you can apply that in the same sense of relationships of self, and then the same thing in a relationship of dealing with others. If you are in a romantic sense, let's say you're a person who always goes for tall people, like super tall. They got to be at least a foot taller than me. So guess what? If you're a 6'6" woman, you are going to have a very limited option of 7-6 foot dudes and higher. So guess what? Instead of just jumping from, wow, I need to have this, and then saying, okay, I'm gonna go get a dude who's 5'6", a foot shorter than me. Let's go about halfway. I don't need a 7'6" guy. Maybe because you're 6'6", 7 foot will be good enough. Take a little half. Oh, there's not enough 7 footers around me. Cool. Go to like a guy who might be maybe 6'2". Again, the idea is you have options. You don't have to jump to the extreme. But guess what? This tells us that we don't need to jump to the extreme. Shows us that the extremes don't even benefit us. Let me get the book real quick. I thought I had the book already. Where'd you go? I missed you so. It's like it's been forever. I don't know where the book went. So, should we use the book? Hey, here's the book. I knew I had it. Tower moment in reverse, baby. Let's read so you can get a better understanding of what I'm trying to bring to you. So, Jack plots his Christmas takeover high up in his tower. But his scheme doesn't go according to plan, creating chaos in both the human world and the holiday world. The tower represents unexpected destruction, confusion, and major upheaval that illuminates the truth. Notice, the real human world and the holiday world are the two aspects that I want us to focus on. Again, that's the 2/2 and that's the 3/3. They're both worlds where people are living, breathing, existing. But then there is a reconcile between the two, which is the exchange in which we call holidays. Halloween Town is not the same as Christmas Town. Halloween Town, Christmas Town, Easter Town, all the other holidays you can think of and not expressed in this movie. Whatever. But over here, there's just one human world. But how does the humans interact with the Christmas town and the holiday town? There has to be a time frame in between called a holiday. So Christmas and Halloween in particular. So the idea that I'm trying to bring to you is expressed by the plotting of two opposite things. They don't have to be opposite in the sense of polar. They're just not the same. Topology says I got two things no matter what quantities. Topology, that's the study of things as units in spaces. I can have 26 cups and that could be equal to one banana. Why? Because you got a thing called cups over here and you got a thing called banana. That's one thing and one thing, put it together. Now over here you got one thing built up as a bunch of things, so we call it a set of cups or one cup set. One set, or a dish set. But it comes in one box. And then that one box can be coming in relative to one banana or one bunch of bananas. This is, again, unitary denomination. This is how you claim yourself to be anything. Tower moment in reverse says, sometimes the tower in reverse indicates you're going through a very personal and cataclysmic transformation. Soul searching and honesty will get you through the fog. Other times, the tower reverse indicates resistance to the change brought on by catastrophe. Do not fear the unknown, people. Embrace the inevitables. Embrace the inevitables for a smoother transition into brighter days. Brighter days. That's crazy. So again, it's inevitable. Chapter change in the book Yo Spark, book I wrote with the kids. Chapter change. Everybody gangster until the tomato starts walking. Stay active, stay aware. Change is inevitable. Again, that is the whole point. Everything that you're going through, nothing matters, because if you throw something so magical at it like a tomato walking, like if you're cutting up tomatoes to make spaghetti and then the goddamn tomato grew some legs and started walking, you will not be cooking spaghetti anymore. Everything will change. But you were just complaining that, man, nobody care about how much to cook and all of these tomatoes I gotta chop up and peel and boil. All of this work I'm doing, nobody care. But guess what? As soon as that tomato get up, are you gonna give a damn about those previous thoughts you was just bitching about? Probably not. And are you gonna be rushing to tell somebody, oh my God, the tomatoes are walking? Do you think that some people are gonna believe you? Probably not. Probably going to sound crazy. So the idea is you can have tough thoughts. You can be so sure of certain things. You can know, and guess what? Throw something new at it, and you can be like, I'm humbled. I don't care about it. I'll start over. That is the idea of when you're looking at this career change. Give me two more. I know we're a little bit over time. And here's my two more. So, here we go. You got things of the past and you got a little spark. So somebody has already, you are soul searching the aspects of you and what you want to create of the past, but now and the future. Again, this older lady who was here, she probably been wanting to be a model all her life. And now she probably got the confidence, got the fucking network, and maybe just got the strength to say, I'm going to go do it. Maybe she got an opportunity, but she looked like she got a freelancer and was like, hey, I want to do this type of shoot for this reason. She, again, because she's older, man, I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words so much today. But because she's older, again, that means she has a past. And because she's enacting that past, guess what? That means she is looking and searching. So the idea is, the soul searching aspect behind this tells us, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? This career change is based upon you changing it and you bringing that little spark to yourself saying that we can. I can. We can do it. Again, I haven't been feeling the greatest in certain situations and I've been feeling amazing in others. Because I have all of these feelings of the past and because I got feelings in the future, I got both. I got two. I have to use this candlelight to see all of them, the more than two. The teacher doesn't see just what they wrote on the board and what they think in their mind. The teacher sees what other people can write and what other people can think, not once, not twice, but on a slew of different numbers depending on the people around you. Those are the things that we're looking at. And guess what? Those are the different things that you want within yourself. I want to be a doctor. I wanted to be a pet doctor. I want to be a pet doctor on a farm. I want to be a pet doctor on a farm that travels from farm to farm, from place to place. That's somebody's real life ambition and goal. So I'm using that because that's how I help them see themselves further. They took something that they wanted to do ever since they was a kid, which is be a doctor, but then as they grew up, damn, I love animals. Damn, I like to drive. Damn, I like the peaceful areas in the outskirts instead of in the rural areas instead of suburbia in the city life. Damn, I got the ability to go and become a doctor. Perfect. I'm going to be a mobile vet tech for farm animals. Those are the progressions of the past that we're looking at that will help us make this proper career change by focusing on the steps in between. One of my favorite things to teach was one of the most things that everybody hated to teach as fourth grade teachers, and that was measurement. It's because people don't understand measurement themselves. I love teaching measurement because measures come in units. Units, or the words attached to numbers, are the most important things when dealing with people. So when your teacher is forcing you to say, hey, what kind of number is this? Where's the words? To what? They're trying to say, use this information in real time when you're a fucking adult so you can know how to talk to people. Again, if I just said, I got two, what are you going to say? I got two what? What you got two of? What you talking about? So if we can practice writing that down, and then we can say, oh, I got 2, then I got 4, then I got 6, I got even numbers. Oh, I'm skip counting by 2. Oh, I'm multiplying by 2. Oh, I'm adding by 2. Oh, I'm progressing in sequence. Notice, I just said a lot of different things referring to the same topic. This is the teacher's aspect. This is you being able to nurture anybody's emotions without sharing yours. Remember, the Empress doesn't want to share her energy. She just wants to nurture the energies around her. The King of Cups was willing to, or sorry, I meant the Queen of Cups, but because the Empress popped out and we went to the emotions, that's why I jumped to that aspect. So I'm dealing in the emotional side of the Empress. But anyways, the King of Cups, he wants to share. He wants to inspire. He wants to give a little bit always to where people who are thirsty can get that new inspiration. They can live, they can change, they can grow. They can take that and they can spark it. But guess what? Emotions, when tempered, create flames. So now you have a flame. Your job is to go and ignite one of these previous emotions of the past, and you got to go look for which one you need. It's the you. All right, let's get one more card and then we'll end it. Nope. They said do this. So here you go. You're in the 8 of Cups or 8 of Wands with the needles. You're pulling yourself together. I think this full moon has shown us what areas we need help with. And now we're in an era to where we're helping ourselves through those areas. You don't got to be drastic, but you have to be progressive. So, you were making a career change. Let's close it out. Our final message. What's our final message? And then we're going to reconcile these two. So, final message for our life purpose. Purpose right now today is to change our career. How? Why? How come? What for? For whom? Bodywork, yoga, and teaching. I love the fact that 3 of these cards came out, even though some people are probably going to be like, you said 1. This is the message. Again, pop quiz. Are you able to see these things and put them together? Are you able to see these things as not the 1, but the 1 and the 2 out of 2, as well as the 3 out of 3? Are you able to see those things? Because if you can't even see it after we just taught it right now, you need to pay more attention. Pay more attention. So what do all of these things have in common? What do these things have in common? You inspire young people to learn. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, exercising. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, healing energy, physical therapy, or exercise training. Please tell me, what does this mean? What does this mean? Well, I'm going to give you my interpretation. But again, if you can't see the common denominator, then that is the problem. You are too specialized right now. Get out of that. Your career change, if you can't see the commonality between these things, your focus should be looking at how do I get out of my specialty? People, people, people. That's the commonality. How you interact with people is what is changing. Again, simple. I'm going to use specialists again. I'm a cardiologist. Most of the time you deal with the heart. But if you have to deal with people, maybe you need to deal with what? Other type of doctors. What would be the first type of doctor that a cardiologist should work with? Anybody know? The heart is directly tied to which part of the body? I was going to say this is 8th grade, but this is more so. It depends if you had a good teacher or not, but or if you remember. But this is more so 11th, 10th, 11th grade, depending on when you took anatomy or biology. The pulmonariologist, the lung doctor. That's the first people they need to start linking up with. Why? Because the cardiovascular system works hand in hand with the respiratory system. That's it. So again, if you are a specialist and you only deal with the lungs, you should probably go talk to people who deal with the heart. What's another person that the heart doctor can look at? Well, heart deals with the blood. The blood deals with gases. They might go talk to a chemist. Oh, to get even closer to that, you might go talk to a biochemist. Again, because you're dealing with chemistries, but of life. What else what you might do? You might talk to a nutritionist, which helps to cleanse and clear the blood, provide the nutrients that are being exchanged as gases. Oh, you might even want to go and talk to an herbalist. These are people, but these are people in different areas. So maybe your career change has to deal with how you interact with people in your current career. That is what we call a uh, um, it's a translation in their progression. As a trans promotion, there you go. Trans promotion versus a vertical promotion. I'm not changing my status as a cardiologist. I'm just changing how I interact as the cardiologist. I'm not just going to be a nurse anymore. I'm going to be a teacher's nurse or a nurse teacher, nurse instructor. But I'm not just going to be in the classroom doing it. I might host some sessions outside of it. Maybe you go out into the community, do some outreach, and now what are you doing? You're providing tips and tricks, basic shit that you do on a daily, but because you're in the community, talking to new people, giving them knowledge on how they can help themselves, guess what? Your knowledge that was so rudimentary inside the hospital became gold for people outside of that. So again, you have to look into your own heart and soul to see where you want to do this. But all of these people need your help. Again, these are all aspects of people. This is the most dual you can get. From body work such as massage to exercise training, physical therapy, and energy healing. Those are all super physical. Yoga, stretching, exercises, also super physical, but these modalities are focused on the inner alignment. This modality is focused on the external. I'm literally going to train your body. I'm literally going to take your broke leg and I'm going to teach you how to learn how to use it. I'm literally going to put these rocks on you so you can have heat pressure along your chakras. I'm literally going to give you a motherfucking massage. I might be giving you a tattoo. I'm doing things physically for the body. I'm doing things physically with the body for the energy. But guess what? The point is, you can inspire people to learn from you. And don't think of this as just kids. If I'm a doctor and I've been a doctor for 25 years, I still would be a fucking novice if I start becoming an engineer. Everybody starts from scratch. Everyone starts from zero. Everyone has a beginning stage, a youthful stage, a brand new start. That's the whole point of me being Mr. Anew. I try to understand that every single day, that every moment, every second of the day, I can be anew. I can be brand new. I can change. So I'm hoping that you're looking at taking these things and creating the career change that you need. That change that will allow you to teach inside of you, teach outside of you, yet inspire you to make the change that you need. You got the light already. This is a tower, a lighthouse tower. It's upright with the bright light. Shine your light for these people and do what you need to do to be great. All right, I appreciate y'all being here. Peace.